And we'll see how this works. Okay, we want to make sure this is all working the way we need it to. That's fine. That's going. It's time for TNN Best Tournament of Champions. Now, why is my chat not showing up on the window? That's what I'm wondering, because I'm not seeing it. Okay, so that's a problem. Okay. So, how do I get... General scene. Do I have to re-add chat? It should just pop up on top there. This was working before. It's my own fault trying to get new things working. You're making countdown, window capture. Okay, so I'm seeing some things on the screen, but for some reason, my chat is not appearing the way I want it to. If you're seeing my chat, please let me know in the chat. I'll try and get it working here. Okay. So we go to my chat here. There's the problem. Okay, with that. First off, I was just trying to see if it would work, so things weren't quite loaded the way I usually have them set up. Okay. Okay, so my chat is showing up from Twitch, but it's not showing up on TikTok. And neither are any of the people in attendance. Yeah. Okay, so we got to figure out what's going on here before we move forward. Because, I mean, half the fun is you being able to see each other and talk to each other, I think, anyway. So let's make sure this is working. Okay, you see it in the normal feed. And what's wrong? Is it not showing up when you, like, go directly or something? Because right now it shows, when I'm looking at it on my phone, I show 0 people in here. And I show 5 in here on the TikTok Studio. This is frustrating. Okay, now I see it for a second here. I just had to reload it on TikTok and it showed up. So what I was trying to get is, I'm using Meld as the broadcaster because it can do all 3 of the places that I stream at the same time. And they added support for TikTok. But I need to do a couple more steps in order to get the TikTok chat showing up when I'm on the other feeds, because then I'll have everything kind of showing up at once. It'll be fun to respond to everybody, and you'll get to see, you know, the 1 or 2 people that show up on the other feeds versus the half dozen that show up here. But I see you now. So we're just going to move along and hope it works. Okay, that means I gotta start recording though. Now, I can see you talking now when I look at it on my phone, so I don't know what changed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TNN, Bass Tournament of Champions. We had to miss last night due to family stuff, but hopefully we can continue tonight, and we are in the last tournament of the game. At least we should be, if everything's working the way I think it's supposed to. Level, lucky number 13. Maybe your grandchildren can help. I oughta. Okay, let's see if we can buy a better reel. I don't know what good that actually does, but... Oh, I can't even afford the best spinning reel, but I can afford the best bait reel. I wonder why that's different. Smoothest action. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see where we are in terms of the lures that I like, which are the bass hunters. Okay, I got 3 fine, 2 cloud, 2 rain. Those are the ones that have done well by me. And then I got these combo ones, which I didn't really get any use out of. Couple of worms. Cloud, fine. I need a fine weather bottom lure. That's what I need. Smooth action is nice, but I think the right amount of friction makes it all happen. Honestly, to each his own. Too much friction just doesn't feel right, some might say. Just gets uncomfortable at that point. Start to chafe. Okay. So I need a fine weather bottom. Okay, now it says I've connected to TikTok chat successfully on the main feed. So let's see how that goes. Actually, let's buy these salty slow goers because they look gross. An extra cloud worm and an extra rain worm. I had rain worm once, it was the worst. Okay, I don't think I need anything else from the pro shop. Now we're going to do quick, should be the TNN tournament now. Oh, nice. Cabot showing up in the main chat. Visible on Twitch and YouTube. Nice. Okay, it's working. Hey, Cabot. Now everybody's visible. Everybody's having a good time. This took a sec to connect the TikTok chat. Now, IC tournament is open. I've done 3 of these. How many are there? I thought we were in the last tournament because it was 3 in the previous tournament to qualify for this one. Okay, let's go quick here. Fine weather. Okay. Do we have our fine weather lure in? I hope we do. But we're checking to be sure. If the game would just get over its... Okay, we got our fine weather lure in. We got a good reel now. See if there's anybody around. Oh, we got a big guy right in the middle. Perfect. Where'd he go? He like backed off. That was weird. The fishing never ends, Kim Smitherman. Never. It just keeps going. I like how you only play this now. It's a concern. Oh, jerk. I had you right there at my boat. You were already there. You were already at my boat, and you got greedy. Smoothest action. Nice. That's the smoothest action. Not huge, but first fish of the day. Every little bit helps. Okay, so we got some really good tips from an actual person who fishes last time we played, and I think those are going to help us speed things up here. I just started my stream, yeah. Just getting going here. Finally got things. He basically telling me how the depth finder works, how some of the different lures work, just what I'm supposed to look for when it's raining, and then where the fish are hiding. And a lot of times when it's different kinds of weather. He was, Logicor was very helpful a couple nights ago, but now we got to see if all that pays off. Did you mention why it's called a daddy? I think that might be trademark reasons. Not you. Lousy mudcat gonna ruin everything for everybody. Where'd the big guy go? He was down here. He's around. We'll find him. Not you. This game is awesome, but you have to have the patience of a god. Look, I got 4 kids. If I weren't patient, I'd be dead. Or they would. And neither of those are outcomes I'm looking forward to. Okay. So, does the big fish swim up center? Is that what's going on here? Or do I have to cast it short in order to actually see him? Catfish, you're a bottom feeder. You leave my lure alone. It's floating on top of the water. Unbelievable. Getting blocked by something people catch with their literal bare hands. Seriously, you ever see people catching catfish on like different channels? They just stick their arm in a hole in the mud. And oh, giant catfish. Was this on Genesis 2? It was, but it's vastly different interface when you're fishing. It never shows you the sort of in the water view of the fish like you see here. It's just a side-on angle of the fisherman and like the lure bobbing up and down in the water. I went and watched some gameplay of it to try and get a feel for how different it was going to be when I played this. Okay, we got another big fish. Nice. Let's see if we can't bring him home. What are you playing after the bass fishing? So, my GameCube game for May is PN3, perhaps my favorite GameCube game. And then after that is Street Fighter Alpha 2 for the Super Nintendo. Okay, so he's a little left of center. Dang, you're still playing this. Are you a pro now? I'm doing much better. Cam Smithern, you weren't here for Super Conflict. You don't know how long one of these games can get when you only have like 2 hours a night to play. Super Conflict was 30 episodes. That's a lot. Alpha 2 will be fun. I was surprised at how bad of a port it is. Yay! Oh, cool. And the TikTok Studio pop-ups are still working too. Nice. Oh, you were on top of that. No, down here, sir. Okay, come on in. I gotta let it loose. Yeah, jump right in the boat. Yeah, when I go back and think about it, 134 games is quite a few, but some of them were super interesting and weird. Like the Tintin game. If you go back and watch the Tintin game, or go back and play it yourself, Tintin in Tibet, it's a very strange experience. Or Space Ace. Space Ace was very recent, and you go back and watch it or play it, it's a very strange experience that I'm glad it's over, but I'm also glad I did it. Branches and debris under the water. That can be awkward. Let's see what else is in here. You think it's a coincidence the Virtual Boy and Apple Vision Pro are both flops? Virtual Boy's coming back. That's what I'm saying. Space Ace, I didn't think Space Ace was that hard, but you kind of have to you kind of have to know how to engage with it, know what it's trying to do. I made a whole extra video on Space Ace just because I was kind of fascinated by the ways in which it is bad. Nope, bonk. Glenn, are you talking to me or are you talking to Kim, who said MetaQuest? That's the hard thing about having so many chat. Is you start having side conversations and I just kind of watch and I'm just like, this is fascinating. And it's like, oh no, a fish. I missed the fish because I was following your conversation instead. What did you not know was on Super Nintendo? The Super Nintendo version of Space Ace is it's kind of infamous. It shows up, I mean, all of a sudden it started showing up on a bunch of like worst of the Super Nintendo lists. But when I actually went in and did it, it's just like, it's fine. Well, it's totally different from the actual cartoon arcade game. Even though the general principle is the same. I mean, the cartoon's only like 10 minutes long if you play it end to end. Whereas the game ran about, I think, 50 when I got everything in there. And having to do a flawless version of the Space Ace game for 50 minutes is a significant difference than the 10 it takes to do the cartoon. You're engaged. I can see it. I just need you to pay attention just long enough. Gotcha. Okay. You are not listening to me at all. You are a big fish. You do not care what I have to say. Come on, jump in the boat. Oh, dang it, it's so much more fun when you guys just jump straight in the boat. It just makes everything so much easier. Come on. Okay, let's see if we can let some line out here. This way. Come on, you're right in the boat. Come on. He's a powerful fish. I've made myself a powerful enemy today. We'll make a powerful good meal. Providing I cook him right. You know, I've had a lot of different kinds of fish in my life. I don't normally eat fish, but I've had several kinds. I've never had bass. I've had trout, swordfish, a lot of salmon. I went to a seafood buffet once in Baltimore and tried everything on the menu just so I could say I tried it. Don't think I've ever had bass. Have you gone fishing in real life? I have had catfish. I had catfish in Disney World on my honeymoon. That was the first time I had catfish. And then I had it one other time at a Creole restaurant in Seattle that was very good. Yeah, I caught a sunfish in my grandma's lake when I was a kid. Oh, I can't swim through this. Well, that doesn't help. Why show me the map beyond it if I can't go through? Yeah, I caught a sunfish, which is very tiny, and then I had to let it go because I was just sitting in a canoe like holding the rod out. There was no lure on it or anything like that. Which was weird, but that's what happened. And then I brought it back to shore, and my uncle's like, "What are you doing with that? How did you catch a fish? You have no bait." I think he just wandered into it. Okay. I don't see any big guys here. Boss, you're making me want to go fish. Well, do you got any nines? Yeah, it was just a hook on a stick, effectively, but because I found it, and I was like, "What is this?" And I went out in the canoe, and I just sort of hung it over the side. I didn't even know there were fish in that lake, honestly. It's just a little tiny yellowish orange thing. I don't know. Oh, big boy. Okay. So where are you to start? You are about 1/3 from the left, probably 23 meters back. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get that big guy's attention. That's going to make it more fun. So we'll rotate about like that. Full power. 20 meters. Okay. We can figure this out. We can find a way to get him. Oh, dang. I flipped over. I got to change my pull to 1 to make sure that I can wriggle and kind of touch him a little bit. But I also got to get past those weeds. That's going to be rough. Oh, it's already 10 Celsius here. Yikes. Fish are going to move pretty soon. Okay. So I think if I use the spinning rod, I can get a little further. Did I get your attention, big man? Guess not. Okay, try again. Yeah, but if we switch to the spinning rod, I think it'll go further, but we run the risk of losing the lure, which I hate, but it happens sometimes. This looks like my favorite game, Black Bass. I'm sure that the fishing games on the Super Nintendo are all superficially similar, but we're going to see if we can, as we play through them, kind of spot the differences. Yeah, 22. Spinning rod goes further. Okay, good to know. Okay, if I can land right on him at 22, I think I'll be able to kind of get his attention. He's definitely moving differently than he did last time, so he's aware of me. What's your biggest catch so far? I think I had a 10-kilogram fish on like the very first tournament, the junior one, where the game's basically rigging the game in your favor. Oh. Now swim back this way. Get past the weeds because they're going to drive me crazy if you get running into them again. Come on, don't get stuck, don't get stuck. There's a command to cut your line, but you lose your lure, which I am not going to let happen because this lure has caught me too many fish. It's my lucky buddy. Come on in. Yeah, big guy. Can't tell if he's big or not. The sprite is actually fairly reflective of the size of the fish. I mean, my goal, I have 5 already, which is pretty good, but I want to be over, I mean, I'd prefer to be over 40 kilograms total, but it'll depend on, like, what kind of fish I can find in the lake. Primarily. Let's try. What do we got here? How many bass do you have to catch? So they only measure 5 of them, your top 5 fish that you catch, but you can catch as many as you want until 4:30 in-game time. Question is, can you catch any? And can you catch any that matter? Okay, so that guy is right there. I might be able to get him, but it'll just be a great big hassle. But we're going to try. Just give it a couple of tries here. See if we can ring him. Does this version have the sharks you can catch? I have not seen any yet, so I don't know. Possibly? Maybe? Jeez, okay. That's a rough one. But I mean, I'm only in the 8th tournament, so who knows for sure. Okay. Oof, how am I going to get his attention? Oh, hey, Daisy. Cool. Now they should all be showing up. Yeah, they're all showing up now at the same time. That's good because now I can see the whole chat at the same on one window. It makes things a little simpler. Come on, I'm right behind you. You're twitching. You want him. No, but I landed it right on you and threw and cast as far as I could. If I can't get your attention here, then I'm not going to get it at all. So we'll move on and find a better spot. It's not hot yet, but it's warming up, so we'll see what we can find here. This is interesting. I have no idea what this is. There's no way I'm awake at 4 a.m. watching an SNES. Ooh, big fish. Bill, you're going to watch me catch this fish. I can feel it. You're into this. You're going to watch me catch this fish. Here we go. Okay, we got to bring him in. Everybody, hold on to your butts. Let's get down to 2. Okay, there he is. Look at my little fake fish waggle. You know you want him. Look at him. He's your buddy. Gotcha. Come on in, big man. Come say hello. Come jump on the boat. You can do it. Your life is mine by right. Wag, 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 wag. Let out some line. Give him a chance to tire himself out. Come right in, come right. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. You don't go that way. You go toward me. Come on. There you go, big guy. You're exhausted. I can feel it. Come on. Take a nice long rest on my boat. Rest forever. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Big fish. Come on, big fish. It's got to be over 2.6. It'll kick the bottom one off my ladder. 7.4. Big fish. Punk. Okay, we're already up over 30, and I don't think it's even 9 a.m. We're in a good place. I want every fish to be 7 kilograms. Okay. I don't know if they're going to be in the deep water this early, but we're going to try and see. Okay, what do we got going on? Any fish on the right? Well, thank you, God. Okay, no fish on the right. Any fish on the left? Game 135 coming in 2030. Hey, I admire your optimism. Ah, no big fish. That's fine. I can deal with that. Let's find some other fish. They gotta be around, right? Oh, it's cloudy now. Does mud cat count to your goal? No, sadly. The catfish are there to distract, and if I accidentally hook one of them, it'll scare off the big fish. So if I accidentally hook a catfish, the whole thing is lost. There's a guy. Oh, there's 2 big guys in here. I found the old fishing hole. Okay, but I gotta switch to a cloudy lure. And that's fine. Okay. It's blue. But they're not that far out, so I'm going to use my new real and extremely powerful bait hook. Well, so. Okay, there it is. Hey, get back here. Get out of my sandwich. Hey, come on. Look, he's bopping you. This little tiny fish is mocking you, giant bass. Show him who's boss. Who's the boss of the lake? Oh, come on. Why did you choose Super Nintendo and not Swag or any? So the original intention was to play through my Black Label GameCube collection. But when I started trying to stream GameCube games, there was a sound issue that would persist, and it basically made it not enjoyable to watch because there was like just a stuttering, like the sound wasn't playing properly from the game. It would play properly in my ears and through my speakers, but not on the stream. So I decided to stream some Super Nintendo, which led to playing through all 3 Super Star Wars games, which had people in the chat going, well, what Super Nintendo game are you going to play next? And so it's like, I don't know, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That sounds like fun. So I played Zombies Ate My Neighbors, beginning that. And then it just, okay, what's another Super Nintendo game I could play? And it just sort of moved that way. And that's fine. That was fun. It was kind of an accident, but also once I did it a few times, I started like establishing rules for how I would do it. And then I played Super Street Fighter 2. And I said, I'm going to beat this fighting game with every character and see all the endings. And so that became the next thing that was like a rule that I would follow. I don't have to, but it's fun. You jerk, come back here. I know you want my fish. He wasn't just twitching, he was following me. He yearns to jump into my boat. Because of the implication. Oh, dang it. I gotta... It's like when they start doing that thing where it looks like they're gonna shake off the hook, I have to... According to the attract mode of the game, I just have to shake the rod every which way. Who was your favorite in Alpha 2? I have barely played the Street Fighter Alpha games. I will likely gravitate towards Sakura because she's been my go-to in several different versions of Street Fighter. But I also, I played Gen in Street Fighter 4. And I love playing Gen. So... Mark Shep. Cool. Okay. Any fish on the right? No. Any fish on the left? Also no. I'm like rechecking on my phone feed, which is just a second or two behind, so I can see if I missed anything. Yeah, we're going back to what started as people just asked, what Super Nintendo game are you going to play next? And I thought about it and I was like, there are a lot of Super Nintendo games I always wanted to play that I never got around to. And then it's like, well, why not play, most of them? Or at least a significant chunk of them. It's like, well, I can't play Super Scope games. And I can't play any games that support the mouse except for the ones that Nintendo adds to NSO. Block will be $7.99. No, I doubt Block will last much longer. People are too demanding of Block. They want Block. They crave the Block. I've never played Block. I'm hoping Block comes up in the spinner before Balls does. But also, you know, I make the rules, so I can just do whatever I want, really. You know, within reason. I try to nudge it in certain directions. I want to fish through this here. I want to see what's in these, what's in the woods. You're definitely going to play. Yes, I'm definitely going to play Plock at some point. I don't know what point that is, but I definitely will play Plock. It's like True Lies wasn't actually in the rotation. Ooh, big fish. Well, not that big, but reasonable. True Lies didn't actually come up in the rotation, but I put it in there because someone had been saying, I want True Lies, I want True Lies. And I was like, okay, I've never played True Lies. This could be fun. And there was a good break in there where I hadn't played like a straight up action game for a while, so. And True Lies was fun. You are a small fish, I think. You're too small for me to actually catch, but you will be good experience. If I can level up by catching you, I will. Oh. Come on, calm yourself, sir. Calm. Zen. Quiet as the waves. Come on in. You may be too small for my basket, but I get XP if I catch you, so. Grinding that fish. Yeah, small fish. Relatively small. Still catchable, but that's okay. Yeah, the only ones I have kind of locked in are games that everyone has played and seen played and knows are, you know, the 10 best games on the system. So like 150 is already set up, 200 is ready to go, that kind of stuff. I think the buoyed area, I kind of like automatically lose my lure if I go in there. I'm not sure, but it happened the 2 times I tried in the past. So we're going to try and avoid the buoyed area, but there is a fish here, so. Let's see if we can get a good cast and see how big they are. Crap. Yeah, okay, so that's not good. In fact, I might just say, no, we're not gonna worry about this because I just lost a lure that I really like. And I only have one left. So let's use the bottom dragger, which can't go very far, and see if that works. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. I saw that going a little differently in my mind. Texas rig, drop to the bottom like you're loaded with weight. That was depressing. Okay, we're going to switch over to the spinning. See if we can get an extra meter or two. Land right in front of him. If we switch over to our bigger rod. So when you're using the bigger rod, you can kind of dangle things a little better. Dang it. Okay. Which way to go, man? Okay, maybe if I cast a little to the left, I'll be able to keep his attention. That's the goal. Never doubt these worms they have in Texas. Oh, he turned away. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's big enough anyway. We're going to move on somewhere else so that I don't lose another lure in the buoyed area. I don't know what the buoyed area is. It's not in the manual, and I'm not sure how I would even begin to look it up on Google. But we're going to make it happen. I'm certain of it. I want... There's a fish in here somewhere. Oh, this is not... This is dead center. I want to check left and right. See what I can find. There's got to be something, right? Except I hit Y instead of select, so now the whole area has changed, so usually that it causes the fish to run away. This boot area at the top. Oh. Okay. Switch back to our cloud guy here. Just go with our safer bets. I should have bought more of these bass hunter lures. Oh, thank you, Cabot. Okay, 20 meters out. What you got? Nothing. Okay, let's check the right. Hello, boily. Okay, nothing here. Okay, let's see if I can get a better handle on how the depth tracker works. Because it's supposed to be, it's like pointing directly underneath me. supposedly. Okay, so maybe it's like I have to kind of back up a little when I get a string of 2 fish like that. Let's try. I gotta just track it a little better, I think. Okay, nothing on the right. Anything on the left? Let's find out. Little guy top left. No big fish that I can see. Okay. Okay, how about here? Oh wait, this guy's bigger. Come ahead, big man. You're drifting up top. I can see ya. You want this fish. I think you're over 5. Gotcha. Come on home, big man. This is your home. Come on, hop right in the boat, big man. Nope, not that way. This way. Yeah. Are we over 6? If we're over 6, we're adding to our total. Otherwise, not doing a whole lot. Yeah! That's a 9.3 kilogram bass. Granted, graphically it doesn't look that different from anything over 5 kilograms, but oh, thank you, Cabot, for the good games. That puts us up over 35, which is where I wanted to be. But it's almost like I'm getting the hang of this game. But no, that couldn't possibly be it. It's fishing. I've never played a fishing game. One double fish. Okay, there's double fish. Switch to a sunny day lure. Then see where everybody else is. As soon as I catch one more fish, we'll see where everybody else is on the leaderboard. James Rodriguez remembers this game. Cool. Surprising number of people. You know, in my head, video games occupy certain, like, territories. And it's like, you have over here people who play Madden and NBA games and hockey, EA Sports. It's in the game. But you don't really think about there are going to be people who get fishing games and they're like, this is my game. And that's cool. Hello, big guy. I mean, you're not that big, but we might see if you want a little nibble. Oh, are you bigger? You look a little bit bigger. How about you two fight it out and I get like one sort of combined merged fish? Like Gobi and Breath of Fire. You get away, little fish. I don't want what you're selling. Come on. Come on. Okay, fine. Me and my cousin used to play this all the time. Very cool. It's not a game I would expect people to get for their kids unless they're people who fish, which is why it's neat. Like the Cabela's games, the big buck hunter games, like you find on GameCube and stuff. It's like they're tailoring to their specific audience, but it's like good for them. Those people deserve video games too. Now, here's the question. Which guy looks bigger? I think this one who shows up over here in the middle looks a little bit. And they tend to use the sprites very well in terms of how big is the fish you are about to get. So I think if I can get the guy in the middle, I think the guy in the middle looks a little bigger. What game is this, please? Okay, so whatever you are watching on, whether it is Twitch, YouTube, or TikTok, you will see the game's box up at the top or top left of the screen, which is TNN Bass Tournament of Champions for the Super Nintendo. Come on down. Down is this way. Better. You are not taking my lure away from me. No, this way, please. Thank you. Much obliged, sir. No. There you go. Come on in. Six even. Okay. Everything's over 6. So unless like the average size bass in this lake is 7 kilograms, I should be fine to win the tournament at this point. I should be done. But what we're going to do is we're going to go in, we're going to check, look at the rankings, look at the leaderboard, save the game. So let's see what everybody's at. Okay, I'm at 35. Everybody's at 7-ish. And then in terms of the series, I'm at 122. So, question is, do I want to try and find like another 9 or 10 kilogram fish? I mean, it's only 9:40 game time, and I'm only an hour into the stream, so I can definitely try and get another one going. I need the double fish ping, I think, to actually get something huge. There we go. Double fish ping was right about here. Get that fish! Okay. You're our next contestant on Name That Fish. That fish's name is Gary. Okay. There's a catfish. That is not the fish we are looking for. Oh, geez, what is that from? I can't remember now. It's from a cartoon that was on the air when I was a kid. You're our next contestant on Name That Fish. And it's like a clown is hosting it. Ooh. That's the guy I want to look at. Okay. A clown is hosting Name That Fish. It's a cartoon. And then he picks out, like, trout, whatever. And then the clown goes, sorry, that fish's name is Larry. Garfield and Friends. That's what it was. The old Garfield and Friends cartoon. It's so silly that I know that. Come on, buddy. You can come get this fish anytime you want. No, damn it. Okay, fine. Come on in. At least they get experience for hauling you. Lousy bottom feeder. Come on. I don't even want you, but I'm pulling you in anyway. Because you made the effort. Nope, not there. And I don't want to lose the lure by cutting my line. John Arbuckle's birthday. Interesting. Yeah, I don't remember much beyond Garfield being on the show now that I think about it in my head. That's a tiny catfish, too. Not a bass. Release. Okay, now here's the question. Is the bigger guy there at all, or has he fled the scene? Irritating. Okay. Garfield and Friends was such a weird show, but it was so much fun when I was a kid. I videotaped an episode off of TV and took it into my English class because the And Friends bit did a parody of The Raven. And that was a lot of fun. Okay. So there is a big fish up there. Let's see how big. Big fish up there on the right. Makes things a little easier. It's good when you can see it the first time. Not that big. Oh. Tiny little bass like you think you can tell me what you're gonna do? No, sir. No, sir. It's kind of tough to tell how big they are. Sometimes. Especially in the deeper water. Okay, let's come at it from the other side. Oh my. You, sir, are the right fish for the job. You're not interested yet. I will get you. I'm gonna get you, get you, get you. One way or another. Come on, I'm scratching your back. You scratch mine, okay? Ah, dang it. I feel like the sprite darkens when they're not interested in the lure. Not gonna bite, but I could be wrong on that because it feels like maybe sometimes. Okay, never mind. Nope, this way, this way, this way, this way. Come on down. No, not that way, this way. Yeah, big fish. I think the color is showing depth. Yeah. And that also, I suppose I can use that as a guide for how low I want my lure to be. 9.3! Nice. And naturally, by Jaws rules, the lower they go, the stronger they are, the bigger they are. Okay. 39 better be enough for me to win this round. I mean, I would think. That's the problem, is I can't be sure. Okay, so we'll save and I'll just save scum it. I'll reset if things go bad. Okay. I forget where the start is. I think it's way... Is it down here or is it way over on the right? It's way over on the right. It's actually not that bad of an older game. I mean, a lot of Super Nintendo games still look pretty solid, and this one I think looks pretty good. And it's a very calm game. Logic Ore just reached level 3 in your fan club. Very cool. Thank you. I appreciate you showing up, especially when I missed last night due to family stuff. Okay. Weigh in. It's only 10 a.m., but I'm up almost 40 kilograms, so we'll see how we do. Yeah! I need to get a hat like that. Family's fine, just always drama. All right, I won. Nice. Damn you, Grossman. You are my rival. You are my complimentary angler, something like that. What in the world will the people in the stadium do while you were fishing? I imagine, like, if you were going to do something like this, which is insane, just live feeds of multiple different drones. Oh wait, this predates drones. So I imagine this happens during a boat show. Bassmaster Classics on the SNES was my jam. Nice. That has not come up yet. I'm sure it will at some point. Unbelievable. Look at that big guy. Miss College Slam, not to be confused with NBA Jam. I'm going to set field record after field record. It's going to be fun. Didn't set a world record. The thing that's interesting is the weight changed. So it was 9.3 in my basket. So that must be like an estimate from me. Last one. It's interesting that the weight that they give you when you pull the fish out of the water is not exact. Like, do they dry out or something while they're in the boat? Is that what's being implied? What do I get? Give me the money! Nice. Do I win the ASC tournament? All right. I've now qualified for the final tournament. The TNN tournament, the final one. Okay. Save. Oh, thank you for the good games, Logicore. Now, we need to recover the lures that we lost. Thing is, we've had so much luck with these bass hunter lures. I mean, I'm sure that fishermen have their own personal favorites and stuff. Like, I'm only going to use these ones from this company because they're the ones that work for me, which is a fascinating way to think about it. So I need 2 rain bass hunters, 1 fine bass hunter, and 3 cloudy bass hunters. And then I got the 6-foot spinning one and the 8-foot bait rod. I think I got the best bait rod. At the very least, I got the best bait reel. So this is the 6-foot medium and the Mitch 300 rod and reel for the spinning. Used to play Bassmasters Classic. That's cool. It is interesting to think about how many fishing games there were, because this is the first one I've ever played, so. Okay. So I got the 8-foot for bait, but I'm going to get the 8-foot for spinning, so I have both of the big rods. I'm going to buy more of those bass hunter lures, which have done good for me. And then let's try one of these guys, because I haven't had a ton of success with them, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. These, I can't throw them, I can't cast them very far, so it's like the bigger fish are all way out there, so there's like no reason to have those particular lures in the game. For me. That is saved. Now we move on to the TNN tournament. We're not going to play until more. I started late, so I'll try and go till about 2:30 a.m. Now the champion of the TNN tournament is determined. Okay. Am I fishing on the ocean? Okay, the game works still. Okay, let's see what we got here. Do I have a sunny day lure on, or do I have a cloudy day lure on? It's Bass Assassin Worms. I think the color was Junebug Bluetail. Interesting. Yes, I have a sunny day lure on. We're going to try the new spinning rod and see how well it goes. Maybe I can finally go a little further. Still the same distance. Yeah, see, I imagine it's just like any sport. You're going to have your favorites. Like people who play professional Smash Bros. Melee, they will only use this controller and in this port. No wave birds for me, sir. The delay ruins my game. Wired only. Which I get. You want to take it seriously. It's like having, I have a fight stick for when I play, or I had a fight stick for when I played Street Fighter or Soul Calibur on 360. Actually, my brother made it for me, which is super cool because it has T-Hawk and Dulcim on it. Get out of the bushes. I don't like you in there. Out of the branches, please. There we go. Come on home. I got a nice comfy boat here for you. You can rest in the cooler. So I think the Live Well cooler is also branded just like TNN, but I don't know for sure. Because you go and you check your Live Well to see how you're doing, like what fish you have. And I think that's a brand of cooler. Come on, come on. Inch by inch, fish by fish. One fish, two fish. There you go. In the AM, shallow water near structures with topwater baits. Does the game mimic that logic? It actually does seem to do that. So if I go near docks or poles sticking out of the water or the dams, they tend to be there or where the bigger fish are. But it also like depends on how hot it is. Like as it gets hotter, that changes. Because there have been some tourneys that have started at like almost freezing, like 1 or 2 degrees Celsius, and then some that start and it's already like 10 or 15. Which, while I use freedom units, so I'm not sure how hot or cold that really is. Whoa. Always been more of a Fahrenheit guy, and that's a rainbow trout right there. I'm not sure I can cast all the way left with the wind where it is, but I can try. Bonk. Just hits the embankment, is like, nah, I give up. Okay, anybody over here? No big fish. Luigi has joined the chat. I don't know what that means, but I'll take your word for it. Just a second. Oh, gamer level up. Thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to boat around this little Horn of Africa looking here thing. And I'm going to go up to the actual like bridge in a second here and see what I can find. Oh, we got a big guy. Perfect. Yeah, and just for... Man, I remember playing this as a kid. You remember this specific one? That's cool. The good thing about like these embankments and the bridges and stuff is you can basically just throw your lure at it and then you don't risk losing it when you go beyond 23 meters because the wall stops it. See, and then these bass hunter lures, which have given me the most luck so far, just they float up. Some that float and some that sink. But these ones have just done well for me. I suppose it's also because I'm trying to get all of the fishing out of the way as quickly as possible. So I tend to do it all while it's still early in the morning. I get my 5 fish, and until a couple of tournaments ago when I finished dead last, I've taken first just based off the first 5 or 6 fish that I catch. Get off the log, you jerk. You're not smart enough to be doing it on purpose. You're a fish! I mean, I know that like they don't have the brain for complex thoughts, but as you anthropomorphize the fish and you're like, imagine what's going through their head when they're like, wow, this is the toughest grub I've ever encountered. Level up. The Valkyrie has gained a level. Needs food badly. But in my head, I'm like, I assigned the fish an entirely human brain, and it's like, what on earth is going on? I've never had to work this hard for a mud skipper, for a water skipper before. And why won't it go away? What happened? Why does this hurt so bad? Oh, I thought I was at the bridge, but it looks like I missed the grid marker for it. There was something up there. Not huge, though. Okay, let's check the right. Then you imagine like 3 fish crowding around a hook in the water, and it's like, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not falling for that. I know it's not safe. And then one fish is like, but dude, it's delicious. I'm sure of it. This one's gotta be real. Interesting. I never played this game before. I have never played a pure fishing game before. I've played games that have fishing, but it's always a mini game or a sub game. Never the whole point. Most other sports I have, even the weirder ones. So like I've played rugby, handball games before, that kind of stuff. Olympics games. Come on home, big guy. You look enormous. You look very tired. You look like you've lived a good, long life and you just want to rest. I can help with that. Allow me to show you the wonders that lie in the human world. That's a big fish. Yeah, it's not that big. The graphic is big. But maybe that's just my monitor. Okay, so I think, judging by the arc of the previous tournaments, I'm going to want to be over like 40 kilograms to win this one. Like 40 kilograms total, which means for those 5 fish, I got to average 8, which is crazy, given what I've been encountering so far. Oh, it's cloudy now. Weather changed. That's fine. I can just use this guy to scout if there are any fish. Nothing on the right worth noting. Let's check the left. See what we can find. Uh-oh. While we're reeling this one in, we're going to head over to... Oh, we got a big fish. We're going to head over to the purple app, and we're going to eliminate Drugged Corral, who is trying to sell me best viewers. Get me to click on a thing that I really should not click on. Okay, we got to switch to a cloudy lure. Want to make sure we're using the appropriate lure for both the weather and the type of bass and depth of bass we're attempting to catch. In this case, we're going to be going with our reliable Bass Hunter middle drag. Nice bright blue. Useful on a cloudy day to make sure the fish can see it. Welcome back to TNN. This is the TNN Bass Fishing Classic Tournament. The final tournament in the video game itself. Okay, where's my guy? There he is. Okay, he's way to the left. Around 17 meters back. So I don't want to cast full strength, otherwise he's going to wander off the side there. It's fun as you figure out like how the game is working, that the fish are the same every time you cast until you hook one. So it gives you plenty of chances to try and figure out what you're aiming for. Just gotta waggle him back, just waggle a little bit, make him look like a fish. Make him move like a fish. See if you can get the bass's attention. Come on. Oh my God, you arrogant bastard. Ate the hook. Lousy fish. Die when I tell you to. That's real life. Once you hook one, everything's set. So when you hook one, if you miss, if it gets off the hook, you can do it again. It'll remain the same one more time. But if you do it a second time, then that particular fish is gone. Although actually, when you hook one, any other fish that were in the area will be gone, but the one you initially hooked will still be there. Usually. If I hook a catfish, then everything scatters. It's gone. So that's why when you see the catfish, who tend to be just drawn toward any bait you throw in the water, they're an obstacle. They're the worst. Come on. I don't want you going above. I don't want you. Okay, I'm getting it too deep, I think, because usually I'll get the most mileage out of it when it has that sort of gold color right before it turns blue again as it's coming up out of the water. So I'm getting the lure too deep. So he's not paying attention to it. I need to be a little bit more on the shallow end. I want it right around like, no! Okay, I gotta stay closer when I cast in the first place. But if I can get it around like 7 to 5 meters deep, that tends to be sort of a sweet spot for this particular lure. Come on. Okay, now you're going to stick around. I can feel it. Come on. Swim back, buddy. I miss you. You're my friend. Be my friend. Come on. One more nibble. Oh, you're taunting me now. That's what you're doing. Ah, dang it. Back around one more time. Oh, he swam off. Dang it. Okay. He was, but I think I would. How does one even beat this? So I'm in the big tournament. I'm in the last tournament now. First tournament had 3 rounds. Second tournament had 4. I don't know how many this one has, but I just got to go at it until it works. Until it tells me I'm done and I'm the bass champion. The best there ever was. Too deep. Be a little more shallow. Switch down to 1. Gotcha. Down here. Jerk. Come on. Let go when he's swimming toward me. Pull hard when he's not. Keep him away from the logs, which will break my line. Just let him swim up on the boat. Nope, not that way. Come on. So if you notice, I can use LNR to affect the drag down on the bottom. And if I have it all the way up to 5, the tension never goes down. It only goes up. Not a huge fish, but he goes in the bucket. See if I can get through 2 rounds of tournament today. There we go. Try and land the 2 fish symbols dead center on the depth finder. Let's see if there's anybody in town. Okay, nobody over here. I might have caught some already, but nobody over here. Uh-oh, I just got an alert on my phone that my daughter has accessed her tablet at 2:30 in the morning. I'll deal with that when I'm done here. Okay, I didn't see anybody in the water there. It's the weekend, so I'm not like super mad about it because she's basically a teenager, so that's what they're going to do. But it means also that she knows where my hiding spot is, which is less helpful. What did I miss? Caught a couple fish. I'm in the final tournament now. So this game does have an ending. I'm sure of it. It must. Good Lord, it has to. There's a big guy. He's a big guy. Okay, so we got to cast at 23, basically straight forward, and hit him. Text her, put it back and go to sleep. Nah, I'm going to give her a minute to sort of get it out of her system. Oh, he's like just too far back for me to actually touch. It's some way to like get his attention without interfering with him, and I don't know if I can do it. I'm not going to spend too long trying because he's so far out of range. Okay, let's see if there's any big fish on the left, though. Maybe there's, because usually there's two around. Usually, we're going to see. Okay. That guy's framed like dead center in the top, like, don't you want this fish? And it's like, no, he's out of range. There's nothing I can do to reach him. "23 meters, dead center. It's as far as I can go." He immediately starts moving like out of my vision. He's there to tease me. Yeah, we're going to move to a different spot. I'm not going to burn time on that fish. Yeah, that's the goal here, is everybody should be having... This is a very relaxing game, and that's cool. You don't get a lot of those. You don't get a ton of those. Even games that are like cozy aren't always relaxing to me. It's like unpacking. Let's see what we got here. Fishing near the woods. What do you think about Pokemon? Don't want to make a discussion or something? Just asking. So look, I have played thousands of different video games in my life. I have never played a Pokemon game. I always sort of intended to, but it came out, our Game Boy, after I had Game Boy. There were never really any console Pokemon games, or at least not ones that I could afford, like the Coliseum and the GameCube ones. I have watched my daughter play through Detective Pikachu. That's as far as it goes. Never. I have never played a Pokemon game. I have no, there's no like, I have nothing against them. I always sort of wanted to play them because they're role-playing games. I love role-playing games. Some of my favorite other RPGs are actually very similar to Pokemon. If you've ever played a game for the Dreamcast called Climax Landers, or a game for the PlayStation called As Your Dreams, they are monster catching, monster used for battle games with a lot in common with Pokemon. I've never played Digimon either. I've also, there are certain games I never got around to, and I always meant to. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! I have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games for GameCube, and I plan to play them someday, but I haven't. Do you play Monster Rancher? Yes, I have played Monster Rancher. I have played Slime Rancher quite a bit. I think I 100%ed both Viva Pinata games. I haven't even played Pokopia, and I really want to play Pokopia. Just Catfish up here. But yeah, but what probably top 5 PlayStation 1 game for me is As Your Dreams, which is a game where you capture monsters and use them in combat in a randomized tower. And then Climax Landers or Time Stalkers is similar. Um, that game, if you've that game is a trip. And like Time Stalkers is great because it's like a crossover of 4 other Sega games all together. Neo Geo games mostly only arcade, really. So like the ones that always showed up in the arcade cabinets. So like Magician Lord and Magical Drop and Metal Slug, and then 1 or 2 fighting games that would turn up. But most of my gaming has been Nintendo or Xbox based, and then I had a rather large PlayStation 2 collection. I still have my PlayStation 2, but most of the games I had to sell to pay bills. And PS2 games don't get a lot of money, so you have to sell a bunch of them. And I'm not going to sell my copies of like Fire Emblem and Skies of Arcadia for the GameCube unless things get dire. I was expecting Fire Emblem to go down in price after it came out on the Switch GameCube service, but it did not. Which, in some ways is good, because that means that it's an investment that will pay off someday. Having that copy of the game. Okay. It's only 8:30. Still early. Because I want, like, the double fish ping. Like that. Did you ever get a 10 kilogram bass? The first round, I believe, I got a 10 kilogram bass. I got 2 9.3s in the last tournament. Okay, catfish, regular fish. $10 kilogram fish. It's on YouTube, sir. Every round of this, every Super Nintendo game that I have beat, the full playthrough is up on YouTube with 2 exceptions, being Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because I didn't know how to do those and convert those to full videos at the time. I will replay them though, just to make sure I have full playthrough videos, because that's part of the whole process that I'm trying to build here. Oh, dang it, that was a good spot. Yeah. So eventually it'll just be like my entire YouTube channel will be the same as World of Long Plays. Have you played something related to Star Wars? A couple of times. There are people here who saw. They know. They sat through Empire and Jedi. Oh, hello, buddy. You're my friend. I would like to welcome you onto my boat. Not you. Okay, so we are a little left to center. Just a little bit. Kim's over on my YouTube channel making sure. What I'll actually oh my, you are a very busy fish. I scared him. There we go. Turn around. Turn around. There you go. What emulator are you using, sir? While certain games may require measures, not all of them do. I make sure that I am playing on official Nintendo hardware whenever possible. So I had to buy a powered HDMI converter in order to stream GameCube games early on. So if you go way back on my YouTube channel, you'll see me just testing out GameCube games to see if they work. And that was entertaining. Until I just found a way to just do it on Wii. So now when I play my GameCube games and I run my GameCube game giveaways, it's almost all running on my Wii. Because that's just easier. I can just buy it. Wii to HDMI just plugs right into the back and it's like, there you go. All done. You can buy it for like 10 bucks, $5. But like to get the actual GameCube one, since it only has AV out, whatnot, I have to plug it in separately. It's so stupid. So much work to make these, although it would be fun because it is really difficult for me to stream games from my PC because I only have the one monitor that works. But it would be a lot of fun to like play some GameCube games in 4K using that Dolphin emulator and like stream that. I mean, specifically, it'd be like, games that aren't particularly pretty either, but have their own unique art style. So I'd probably play Killer 7, or I'd definitely play PN3 in 4K. Beautiful Joe. And Skies of Arcadia. Hello, big guy. You're not that big, but you're big enough to interest me. Now that I know where you are, though, do a quick rundown check here, see if there's anybody bigger waiting at the bottom. Star Fox Adventures in 4K would be an interesting thing. I never played Star Fox Assault, but I did play Star Fox Adventures long, long ago. Oh, calm down, sir. I gotta let the whole line out so you'll just calm down a little bit. Nope. I see you shaking. You think you can get away from me? No, that's not how this works. Every time you turn away, I'm just going to make it harder for you. Moving up the gears. Oh yeah, Star Fox 64 is a phenomenal game. Although I much prefer playing it on... Oh, sad tiny fish. Although I much prefer playing Star Fox 64 on the Switch with save states and emulation so that I can at least, unlock all the stuff because it always wound up as like, oh, you missed one medal. Now you gotta go back and try again. I have an unopened Starlink because it was like free with purchase at Best Buy. One of my favorite videos I found on YouTube is if you're familiar with Arlo, he's a blue puppet who plays Nintendo games. He bought like a pallet of copies of Starlink. And there's a great video of him just sitting next to him and going, so here's the thing. I made a poor financial decision. Arlo's great. I met Arlo at PAX one year. This little blue puppet walking around the Nintendo booth. Well, being carried. Yeah, nowhere to go, buddy. It's just a wall back there. Just going to exhaust yourself, whereas I can wait for hours. Yeah, just swim right to the boat. It's just easier on you. Make it easy on yourself. Not that way. Okay, you're going to knock off that 3.8 kilogrammer, right? Okay. Just by a little bit. Okay, it is 2:30 in the morning. We've caught well over 5 fish for this tournament, but that is not... I want to be way up in my kilogram total to beat Grossman. So we're going to check our rankings for the day and see what everybody else is up to already. They haven't caught anything yet. So let's see what the average fish size is for this lake. 3.7. Okay. So I'm above average on a couple of these. You want another big one? I want like 2 or 3 that are much larger than I have. Let's try one more because it's a good time. I think we're doing good. We're on a roll. You don't want to quit when you're on a roll. I think for Grossman, it's like in Mario Kart when whichever one comes in second on the first race, suddenly they're faster than all the others. The game's like, okay, this one's the one you have to beat. We're just going to cheat for this one. So like if I were to use a star or something to eliminate every other racer and make sure that the one who was supposed to be in last came in second, they would then come in second or first every other race. Okay, we got one more big fish. Never fished in real life. I didn't really fish. I was just being a kid who found a fishing pole. But I can see where the excitement comes from because it is a lot of hurry up and wait. And then, oh crap. How did that get there? Why are there 3 giant fish? Which one's the big one? I want the biggest one. I think this guy. The one who started out on the left is the biggest one. It's tough to judge sometimes from just the sprite, but... Whoa! Calm down. Take a breath. Almost 20 hours into this game, I've only broken 1 line while fishing. I'm not going to start now. 4.6. Well, it ups my total. I'll say that. It's exactly the same as the other fish I just caught. Okay. Well, we're 2 hours into the stream, and it's 2:30 in the morning my time. So I want to thank everybody who stopped by to say hello tonight. And if you just stopped by to watch and didn't say hello, that's fine. I hope you had a good time too. We've had some relaxing times fishing. We are in the final tournament now. So hopefully this game will end eventually, someday, maybe. Good Lord. God, this game goes on for so long. Anyway. Thank you everybody who said hello. I appreciate it. And now it's time to say goodbye. Okay, I got to turn off the little monitor, the little meter. And then I got to turn off the microphone.